Good morning. Well, today I thought I'd do an activity with you that we find out about something called an igloo. Some of you might know what an igloo is, some of you might not. So what thing you could do maybe later with your grown-ups is you could have a look on YouTube and see if you can find out what a real igloo looks like. I have got a little model of an igloo. It's an it word. Can you see? It's very small. They're not really this small. They're really so big, you can go inside one. And some people actually live in them for a while. And the people that live in them are called Inuits. And they might dress a little bit like this. You can see how he's got really warm clothes on. And also, give you a clue about where they live. They can't have cars or bikes or motorbikes or lorries. They have to use sledges. So, might give you a clue of where you might find an igloo. I've also got a little puppet who's an Inuit. You can see how warmly he's dressed as well. Can you see him? He's got really thick, furry clothes. So do you think he lives somewhere hot or somewhere cold? That's right, it's somewhere cold. And this igloo is a little house that's built out of squashed together ice and snow block bricks. So he actually has to get a great big saw and cut bricks of ice and snow to build an igloo. As I say, if you go onto YouTube, and even the CBeebies site might have some on, about people that live in really close cold places. As I say, they're called Inuits. So, we know about that it's somewhere cold. We know the people who live inside them are called Inuits. But we're going to find out how we can build a flat cardboard igloo today. So what you're going to need is some rectangles of paper. And the one you'll need today is 10. 9 will do, but 10 if you can find rectangles of paper. Now you might just have some spare paper in your house. Doesn't matter if it's white or any other colour. And if you've only got 1 or 2 paper pieces, you can cut them, get your grown-ups to help you, into 10 smaller rectangles, okay? They need to be rectangles. Have a think about what shape a rectangle is. It's got 2 long sides and 2 short sides. Now we're working on this because we're working on being able to count to 10. And we're going to be working on recognising our numbers to 10. Now that's not important if you're really little. If you're bigger and you're 4, going to school next year, you really need to be able to recognise your numbers. If you're younger than that, it's really important that you can count your numbers on your fingers, counting up to it, and know how many you've got. So you know you've got 3 bricks or you've got 4 bricks, okay? So I'm looking at my I can count to 10 igloo. And in here, I've got lots and lots of rectangles, which are going to be my bricks. Can you see? Now, I've got funny lines on mine and numbers. But more important, if you don't know your numbers, I've got dots in the corner, so you can count the dots. So if I count this one, I've got 1, 2. So that must mean I've got number 2. So my next job, I'm going to put my phone down onto the floor. I'm going to meet you down here. My next job is to spread these all over the floor. Now you could spread them all over a table if you're using smaller ones, okay? So hopefully your grown-ups will help you, and once you've spread them out, you're going to write numbers 1 to 10 on them, okay? Actually, you do only need 9. So, you've got them on the floor, and we're going to ask you grown-ups to write the numbers on them, okay? And then we're going to look and see if we can find them. Now, if you like bouncing about, you might like to jump onto the number when your grown-up says it, okay? If you're not sure what the number is, grown-ups, make sure you put the dots in the corner to match the numbers. Remember how I've got a 6 with 6 dots in the corner? And then you'll be able to do it. Okay. So the first number we need to find, get your fingers ready, is number 1. Okay, can you all show me 1 finger? Brilliant. So have a look for number 1. Where can it be? Where can it be? Oh, I found mine. Did you pick yours up or did you jump onto it? Now, don't worry about the lines on mine. You're going to draw your lines later. Okay, so we're going to put number 1 at the top space. So next, what comes after 1? We need 1, and 1 more is 2. Have you got 2 fingers? Brilliant. So we need number 2. Oh, I wonder if this is my number 2. I'm going to count the dots. 1, 2. And I'm going to put that next to my number 1. Now this is grown-ups where you need to help a little bit because we're going to go under next. Okay? So, number 1, what comes after 2? We've got 1, 2. Get your fingers ready. 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. Can you find one that looks like this? Number 3. 1, 2, 3. Now that's going to go under your number 1, but to the side slightly. We're going to fit 3 bricks under 2 bricks. Grown-ups, you need to be helping on this bit. I'll lift you up so you can see it. Wait there. So we're going to be putting them like that. Okay? So you should have a 1, a 2, and a 3. And what comes next? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So you're looking for number 4. So if you can jump on it, catch it, pick it up. I think I found mine. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. And a number 4. Okay? Let's put number 4 on next to 3. And then we need our next one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. 5. A high 5 hand. Where's my 5? Oh, I found it. 5. I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots on for my 5. Now, I'm going to show you what your brick should look like again. Okay, don't worry, as I said about the lines yet. You can draw your one at the end. Okay? So we've got 1 more line to do, I think. Let's try. So after 5, we need 2 hands now. Now, this is sometimes tricky because we've got a favourite hand that we like using, and then we've got the other one. So you need to get your 5 and add 1 more with your thumb. So how many is 5 with 1 more? Shall we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you find your number 6. Okay, we're going to put it under 3. And then after 6, get your 6 fingers again. Grown-ups might need to help with the next one. We're going to put 1 more up. We're going to make 7. Sometimes tricky using both hands. We're going to find our number 7 with our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? And then we're going to need, what comes after 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is our next one. Looks like a little fat snowman with his head and his tummy. We put our 8 on. And then lastly of all, after 8, finding my 3 fingers, we need a 5 and a 3. 1 more. We've got our 9. And I found my number 9. Can you find your number 9? Okay, so you should now have your bricks a bit like this. And if you get your grown-ups to get a big pen for you, you can draw your igloo shape round and make sure you put a door on so somebody can get in. And then you could sit your teddy bear, or I've got my Inuit, in your doorway. Now, once your grown-up's drawn your line on for your igloo, you could ask your grown-up to hide your igloo bricks around the room, and you have got to find it and see if you can rebuild it to make it look the same again. Or you could maybe put your bricks out on the floor or on the table and roll a ball onto them or jump on them to find all the bricks and the different numbers. Remember, it's all about using your fingers as well as having to start if you don't recognising your numbers, or if you're already recognising them, go for it. Hope you enjoy building your igloos. Bye.